Hello and welcome to the Daily News Harvest on Al-Jumhoor channel. The commander of the road security forces in the governorate of Apian, Colonel Sabri Ali, was killed today, Saturday, during fighting between the government forces and the Transitional Council in the coastal city of Shukra. It is worth noting that Colonel Sabri was fighting within the forces of President Hadi. Houthi militias have been silencing all voices opposing them, even if those voices call for justice for the oppressed, as in the case of Sheikh Al-Awadi. He didn't receive financial support or weapons from the Arab coalitions, as the Houthi militia claimed, but wanted to win for Jihad al-Asbahi by repeatedly calling for her colors to be brought to justice. Yet the Houthi militias took their treacherous styles of sending tribal leaders for mediation, while taking advantage of the atmosphere of dialogue for military, mobilizing Al-Awadi and seize his home and expel his family. On the other hand, tribal sources denied the authenticity of the news that was reported about the arrival of Sheikh Yasser Al-Awadi to Marib and the managing of Houthi militia to capture his son and brother. The same sources explained that Sheikh Yasser Al-Awadi preferred to remain in Al-Bayda governorate and took refuge in Mahilla with Al-Ajji tribes, one of Al-Awad tribes in Redman district, stressing that the battles are still continuing between tribesmen and the Houthi militias in Redman district. Armed militias of the Houthi militias executed a citizen while he was traveling in his car in the security point belonging to it between the two districts of Sawadia and Sharia, north of Al-Bayda governorate. Militia members stationed at the checkpoint in Sirbal Khawa area opened fire on Saleh Ahmed Al-Mansouri and immediately killed him on the pretext of bypassing a bump they had made at the point to force cars to stop. At the height of the outbreak of coronavirus, the Fighting Epidemic Committee, formed by the Houthi militias, recently issued a decision to return public life to normal in its areas of control. The decision obliged governors of the governorates under the control of militias to submit proposals within 3 days to gradually restore life, at a time when the Houthi-controlled areas are witnessing the highest of the outbreak and rise in infections as well as deaths deadly. The Houthi militia aims to pass this resolution to cover the spread of the deadly virus among its militias and its attempt to attract new fighters to feed its front after an official document was leaked confirming that a number of its fighters were infected within the virus on Marib, Al-Bayda and Taiz fronts. Violent clashes broke out today, Saturday, between the tribes of Al-Hatimi and Al-Hudayfi in Odain districts in Ib Governorate after a year of tribal reconciliation that led to the cessation of these confrontations. The clashes took place in the village of Ramada after the collapse of the armistice, which was signed in the mediation of Abdul Wahid Salah, the governor of Ib, appointed by the Houthi militia. Mediation efforts continued for a year as part of negotiations to resolve the conflict, which resulted in clashes that left 17 people dead and more than 100 wounded on both sides before the conflict erupted again. The Houthi militia is waging a widespread looting campaign against shops in the areas under its control, on the pretext that they use the new currency circulating in the liberated governorates. The militias confiscated large sums of the new money category and at the same time forced shop owners to pay huge fines in the old cash categories. The Houthi group has extorted merchants and forced them to pay levies, which leads to high commodity prices, its negative impact on the lives of citizens who live in harsh conditions. End of the Daily News Harvest. Thanks for following. Goodbye.